God will bless you, Mazi. God will bless you, Mazi. God will bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Messiah of my time, the only creator of my time, the Messiah of my time. That way be say me, I believe, is the Messiah. As true is the Messiah, the truthful man on black people on this earth is the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God Chukwuemeka bless her for me. I want to assure everybody as a Biafra citizen, believe Biafra is coming very, very soon. As I say, very soon, Biafra is coming. No man nor earth can be able to stop it. No man born of a woman, no matter what they try, whatever they try, even they kill us every time, they can never stop Biafra to come. It's so therefore, I want to assure you this, Mazi, our governor, our Sasa governor, our senator from Sasa, all of you should join her together now. Because I think, not that I did take this man, what's it called, Ohaneze, but you speak for us the other day. I still thank you. They say, where they take big small picking, now they'll see the dragon near body because you now see our own. We not get matter what we can reject you all. But una waste this time as evil, as atrocity to begin to the frustrators. Mona pack una load, go meet Hausa people. Mona pack una load, go meet Yoruba people. Mona they form one Nigeria for Hausa and Yoruba because Hausa people said they not be Nigeria again. They are Islam. They don't Islamize them. They be full and they get Islamized police. They get Sharia lawyer. They get Sharia police. And Yoruba now they get their Amotekun where they protect them. We thank them for their support for their own self because we know they wish them make Fulani take control of their life. We thank them. But one thing that we assure Africa is this. For full a black people in Africa, believe me, there is a new country coming to Africa. It's going to come. It's a Biafra land. It's a Biafra. I want every man on this earth to know Biafra is coming very soon. If you like, you go to pray. Now, where's a big pray for evil? No say, now evil thing, now they pray for. Others do not fake pastor. Now they pray for killing. Mona go they pray. If you pray, may Biafra not come. Mona go pray. But you can never go thank God that create earth and sky. God will create heaven and earth. You can never change your will. The problem Nigeria is facing is abomination and the evil and atrocity. If fire begin to burn una for different angles, now una see they say, oh, Jesus. Are you fully Jesus? Do you think Jesus will stand? Jesus will stand for a place that will suck a human being blood every day. Every day, that land is sucking human being blood. You are still calling the name of God. That means you are mocking God on your own. On your own. Now, when they claim, say, una be pastor, so this message now for una they mocking God because God will create heaven and earth. It can never support where killing blood of human being that God create. You are using it every blessed day to sacrifice that land, human being, and you are still praying for that kind of country. So are you mocking God? You think, you as a human being, you reasoner, the God will create you. Is it the blood taking, or is it the God that love blood sacrifice? You tell us. We want to know. You as a Christian. Because me, I don't understand. You guys always say, oh, let's pray for one Nigeria. Since you have been praying since Britain came to Nigeria, since you have been praying, is the condition worse day by day or they reduce? Una know they get sense. Let me tell you, apart from IPOB, to say IPOB not come, Nigeria, not be this one that they thought so. It to say IPOB, they not come. Nigeria for not be fraud now. I just take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to see the patient, the IPOB people say, let us focus and let us stop violence. But that violence, We must get our freedom. Either gun or bullet. Now it be wetin we believe on. But believe me, national community, they go give us Biafra. Believe me, Eze Iyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, they want free Palestine now. Make Palestine dey their lane. So you want to tell me now, say, they not give us Biafra? No, Biafra must restore. Before Britain come to Africa, Biafra don't they exist. We don't they exist as a people before Britain come. But since when Britain come, they kill us. After they kill us, they bring Bible to us. Say, oh, if somebody slap you for here, you give on the other side. They want to give Muslim Quran. I think they say your Quran is to kill your enemy. Kill is your portion. And we now say Christian, oh, if somebody slap you, give on the other side. How long can we wait for somebody to killing us every day without reaction? You ask yourself as a Christian, somebody has killed. I wish now Christian they kill Muslim since then. All Christian for that white part. You see, Christian, they are betrayal people. They don't even serve God. They know the Christian. Una don't know God at all. Una just the first now they go church. Or whether now I don't know what I want to call that man where the carry person they go. Whether do major. Tell your God, may give us Biafra. Tell your God where you believe. Tell him to give us Biafra. Since you have been doing that church, you are never stand and say, we need freedom. You never stand. Your God not need freedom. Your God, where you they call, where you they pray for, oh God, he not need freedom. I be your God tell us, man, we're not free as a people. Your God tell us, say, we should perish. Let me tell you, one thing the Bible said, it said, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. That means you are not the serve God, the way people support. You need to serve God with passion. Don't wait for anybody to kill you and say you give out the other side. That means if somebody kill you, you go and bring your brother for you to still kill. After you kill your brother, you go and bring your mother for you to kill. After you kill your brother, you go and bring your sister. That is why they bring Christianity and say, if somebody slap you for here, you give out the other side. Let me assure you, all those governors now they form the yeti. The problem one that they face is from heaven, not for any person. That problem so, if una not wake up, that problem go swallow all of una. Una when they first say, una no want join IPOB, all those una govern, una no want support us. Mona pack una things go meet them for Sabisa Forest, or Mona pack una things go meet them for Yoruba. We as a Sasa people, we don't wise, we don't tire. The way when Europe people tell the best, the people Biafra when they Europe, the way when they tell the best, the people when they Biafra land, not the best like that. Cause the way we voted, they useless our people. The way when they tell they take our people for granted, it go make you the cry. That is why we have every reason when we are fighting for Biafra. We have all it takes to have Biafra. Without Biafra, as a black people in this world, you can never live a human life. You see the way Black America they suffer. Your dread say black people get the way God take credit. The black people they lost their senses. Because they frustrated their senses, they leave their forefather God and began to serve white man God. Britain come to our land. It's not because of we too good or we are very special, make them name Nigeria. Because of the oil, they name you Nigeria because Nigeria is a farm. You know what they call farm? Where white people can call, you farm gari, farm cassava, you take it to your country. That's why they put that summer food now. When they say, let's pray for Nigeria. Are you going to pray for Nigeria for the Fulani to die overnight? Or you are praying for Nigeria for all the Aboki to die overnight? Or you are praying for Nigeria to make sure Metiala to die overnight? What are you praying for? Some pastors say, you see the way they kill now one by one, it go still reach all of Unato. Nobody can escape it. I want to assure the Yorubas, I'm not against you all, but I don't like any of your politicians. Your politician in Yoruba, they are blood-sucking people. They are sucking people blood, which is not right. And they are packing our own resources to develop Lagos. That is why Britain set up Lagos there. Not because of anything. They set up Lagos for the power of Britain. Because all the goods can come there, and if you push car, it can come there. But if they want to remove our Kudoye, sheep, they come our land, they can't remove Kudoye. But sheep, not they can't drop goods for our land. You see the wickedness, it can only drop goods in Lagos, but it cannot drop goods for our land. But they can remove Kudoye in our land with sheep without nothing happening. You see the wickedness of the people. Let me assure you, some of our leaders, you are trying. I congratulate you. No, everything where they happen for that country, we they set everything from here. Nothing. See, if una no wake up, and start for feet, the fire. See, this one of the first the country they collapse, so it they learn. The one where they call so it go consume all of you. See, Fulani, they pack all of them, they did the territory of Benin. Let me assure you this. Fulani, they did the territory of Benin. See, I don't want anybody, I don't want me, what I believe, because if they finish conquer the Benin, we are in trouble. That's why I'm shouting now. We are in trouble. I want every South people stop marginalize yourself. We are South. These people are Southeast. This is people are South. All of you are the same. Before Britain fight with Benin, they fight with Britain. Britain fight with Benin before they get the full power to conquer the Igbo. I wish Britain does not fight the Benin before. They will never have that power to conquer the country. That Benin, there is power lying there. But some people, the people that was born by the Fulani people that pregnant our great-grandmother, they born there. They are all traitors, they are all fools, they are all slaves, they are all prostitutes. You see the way they are now. You can differentiate it now. What is happening now? You see their people cannot speak. They are blind spiritually and physically because it's not their fault. Because they bring some Ojuju from the Yoruba to their land. They leave their Ojuju. They begin to serve the Ojuju that came from the Yoruba with the power of the Britain. That is why they get the misunderstanding with their people. I want to assure you this. Biafra is coming to Africa. No man or a woman can stop it. And if anybody try to, that person will lower a grave. You see also, I want to assure you this. If you are Sasa, you are Delta, you are Niger Delta, you are Robo, you are Shekiri, you are Idibio, you are Igbeke, you are Ekmo, you are Evokini, you are Calabar, you are Ekwale, anywhere you find yourself, you are Biafra. Stop deceiving yourself with the name of one Nigeria. It can never help you. They can destroy your people, kill your people, and kill your people to rape your mother. That is the most painful thing. The one Nigeria they're claiming is for the Fulani to get access to you guys. That is why they are forming that one Nigeria. Because if Biafra come, the Fulani will not pass that territory. You all shall wake up from your slumber. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. Because this war, you talk, you not talk. If the Fulani want to kill you, they will kill you. You better talk for your people to understand that you are not against them. Stop bringing evil to your people. Stop killing your people. The Sasa governor, senator, speak for your people. Stop afraid of Fulani. Stop afraid of Aboki people in your politician. Speak out. If not, the fire that's going to consume you all. If they come, if they come, and nobody is going to stop it. Believe me, Mazi is the Messiah, the true man, the Jesus of my time. That is the only Jesus I believe. I don't believe the Jesus white man came, he died for many years. Our people are still dying day by day. Why that Jesus can never save us? Why that Jesus did not tell us a Fulani has coming? But since you have been going to church, since our pastor, some of the witches and wizard pastor, I ever prophesied and said, this year Fulani people are coming. I ever tell you that, but they can prophesy a year 2100 who is going to win, but they cannot prophesy that say, Fulani and Boko Haram, they are going to come. They cannot prophesy that because they are eating with the devil. Your pastors, your so-called pastor, no matter you find all the pastors in our Lord, all of them, they are eating from the devil. I said, I'm not the go church, but when they go church, una be evil because una want me Fulani kill us first before una call the first say, before una call the tell us say to react. No. We must stand for our slumber. Even though say you pray for money till night, if Fulani want to take you, they will take you. Nobody is going to stop it. I thank Mazi now, the Kanu, the Messiah of my time. Chukwuemeka Biafra, continue to guide that for me. And IPOB around the world. Let me tell you, the way IPOB, they're angry. IPOB diaspora, they are very angry. I swear, I wish now they don't go that culture for that kutoto, for that flat, forget all those who we need to wake up and start to unite our brothers and sisters together. If not, we all are perish as a people, as a black people in this world. Without unity, we are finished as a people. Our so sad governor, our sad senator, no matter what you are representing, are you representing APC for the Fulani to vandalize our land, or you are representing PDP for Fulani to vandalize our land? Tell us, what are you representing? You need to speak up. You need to speak up for ourselves. If not, I swear to that God when they come, it go bear on all of us weakness. If all of us still go the other side, all of us will go to hellfire. IPOB will go heaven, if heaven really there. Because una pastor not tell us what they say, Fulani they come. They not tell us say X-Men they come. They not tell us say Boko Haram they come. They deceive us. Una Christian, when they found a Christian, when they found Christian for that zoo called Nigeria, all of us are demon. Mona stop to the go church. Church can never save everyone. Thank you, Mazi. I speak my mind. Thank you.
Another Savior, holy, 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 another Savior, holy, 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 special dedication to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPM families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafra War in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafra army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 Alozie, is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 Alozie, is another Savior. Holy, 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 Alozie, is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. It's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing, holy, 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 it's another Savior. Holy, 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 it's another Savior. Holy, 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 it's another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Alozie is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Namdekano is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Namdekano is another Savior.
Akwa State for family, Anambra State for family, Abia State for family, Benue State for family, Bayelsa State for family, Cross River State for family, River State for family. Other nation, Delta State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, Imo State, Mashono Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi tourist of Biafra. 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 IPOB, one family, IPOB. And that is again.
Greetings to the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. No matter your time zone, we are before our Maker, our Chukwuemeka Biama, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. We are before you this morning. We are thanking you for all you've been doing for us. We have no other person or where else to turn to but to you. You said that you love the world so much that you gave your only beloved Son, and whoever that believes in him will never perish. Likewise, you gave us our leader, Mazi Kano, the one you trusted, the one you said that we believe in him to come and rescue us. And he is doing it. And we are believing in him. And we are finding our footings. Chukwuemeka Biama, glory to your name. We will continue to come before you to bow and pray and exalt your name without fear. And we'll continue to beg and ask for your help. In your name. You say, today is January 31, 2020. This is live broadcast from Radio Biafra, USA. We are getting to you through Radio Biafra, London, under Mazi Uche Mefo. My name is Mazi Chukwuemeka Alozie. Today we are dealing with double-edged sword. Wherever we start, you will get the dosage on each side. We've been listening to people, we've been hearing all kind of rumbling. I'll be choosing my words carefully and pay attention to it. Nigeria is imploding. Nigeria is exploding. According to a leader, when I'm done with you, I will destroy you with the truth. I will destroy you with the truth. The zoo is imploding. The zoo is exploding. Let us make a quick announcement, then we go back to the issue. For those that are our radio relay stations, please, for those of you that have committed and those willing to commit very quickly. Commit very quickly. For those that have volunteered and have responded and are still responding to our leaders' charity fund, please do it very quickly. For the relay station, go to your WhatsApp page and furnish your receipt, or you call your zonal leaders or coordinators and give them information, or you call +1 929 326 2733 for the charity foundation. If you're using electronic payment, make it to beer67foundation@gmail.com. Paperwise or any other means, certified fund, okay, through your check money order, certified. Make it out to Beer Foundation Inc., P.O. Box, Beer Foundation Inc. Mailing address, P.O. Box 801519, Aquat, Georgia. Zip code 30101. Return address envelope, that is your name. 2020, June 20, 2020, Million Man March, Washington, D.C. Don't be left out. Be there with your family. And the black attire banquet that will take place after the Million Man March. So I'm scaling it up down a little bit today because we have something to deal with today. So remember that. And then the census, U.S., you are calling for United Nations. You are calling for every country to come and help you. U.S. is spearheading, is leading, is your freedom. Your freedom. U.S. is listening to you. So in that census form, country of origin, Biafra, that column is there. Fill it out in your in your site. Go to your internet and fill it out there. That's that. That's where I'm going to stop it. Let's get on today with the issue. Where do we start? I say it's a double-edged sword. Leopard never changes its spots. The same. Okay, people that do things do them for a reason. Let me tell you this. The spirits of our ancestors, they're everywhere. They move. They move. And Senator Baribe said something a few days ago. We don't kneel to anybody but Chukwuemeka. Remember that. That's what he said. We don't bow to anybody but Chukwuemeka. Except the Eflefus, the thieves. You know, those that will betray their own people for monetary gains and lustful acts. And you go back and check if they are Biafrans. And somewhere along the line, you'll see the missing link. As we keep saying that, implosion, explosion, the spirit of our ancestors are moving. As we are talking, I said, Chukwuemeka sent our leader Mazi Nnamdi, the one he believes in, the one he knows that will save us. Guess what? He was in Iowa just a few days ago at an event, major event, Republican rally in Iowa. The spirit of our ancestors are moving. And you wonder where it's coming from. You tried to kill him, you missed him. You did everything, you missed him. The spirit of our ancestors moving through one man. And you don't see it. You don't capture it. It's very captivating. You just can't imagine. And if you like, get angry. You hate the truth. You don't want to believe the truth. You like lies, and you are paying dearly for it. You are paying dearly for your inability to grasp the truth, to know what is happening. What am I saying? You see, you have people. You have people, for one reason or the other. For one reason or the other, they like to punish themselves. They like to put themselves in an awkward position. That at the end of the day, even when they apologize, you will not have any regards for them. You will not have any kind of trust in them. And this is why when we pray, we say, Chukwuemeka, produce those people, bring them out. One by one. And let us see them. Let us see their faces. There was something that happened, and I kept wondering. I kept wondering, is this a dream or not? Is it a dream or is it not a dream? The United States want to withdraw its troops from Nigeria, and then they are begging, please don't withdraw. We are doing this, we are doing that. What are you doing? At the same time, the United States is trying to withdraw troops. You are releasing Boko Haram members. You are releasing Boko Haram members. Those that are responsible for our problems. You are releasing them. Why are you releasing them? Because you created them. You are responsible for our problems. And when are you going to stop? And the other one that happened is just keep watching, just keep listening. Drama as U.S. Embassy denies Bishop Oyedipo visa. And he tried to pull the strings. The senior pastor of Winners Chapel International, Bishop David Oyedipo, was denied a U.S. visa, which caused a mild drama at the United States Embassy in Lagos. According to reports, the embassy did not give any other reason except the standard default explanation that the bishop did not qualify for visa renewal in its assessment and urged him to try again. And the U.S. have told you those that are responsible for our problems will be dealt with. They'll be dealt with. And he is doing it. When Trump tells you something, he will do it. And you begin to wonder. You begin to wonder. The other one is this. Listen to the exchange. Listening to this exchange. And this exchange centered on this broadcast. It is exchange between Aliyu, you remember him, and Showomi, and it was moderated by Show. Listen to it in its entirety, and it will shock you. It will not be a shocking event, but it will shock you. You see, when people lie, that was why when I started, I told you, leopard never changes his spots. Anytime you see it, it's the same spot, the same appearance. Nigeria is finished. Nigeria is finished. All of a sudden, they are scrambling to reorganize, to do this. All of a sudden, they are collecting weapons used by the herdsmen, the terrorists. Now you see them assembling all sorts of AK-47, line them out. Then you see about 200 soldiers surrounding the weapons. All of a sudden, there is the urgency. And somebody is telling you I have no clue about what is happening. And that person that has no clue about what is happening is the same one that is telling someone else, resign if you cannot do the job. And then somebody says, resign if you cannot do the job. Then it becomes a crime because it did not come from the Fulani. It did not come from them. They are afraid to lose power. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, lie, lie. They will continue to lie. They will not tell you the truth. They will not tell you the truth. Lie. And they are not they are not accepting the state of the nation, the condition. They are not accepting it. You see, when somebody is full of nonsense, he feels he's always right. Any other thing you do is wrong. They are always right and you are wrong. And you cannot move ahead that way. You cannot.
Let's get discussing what becomes our major conversation of tonight, and it's about your security and mine and the nation's security and what the president and the government of the day are doing. Less than 24 hours after lawmakers in the National Assembly called for the resignation of President Muhammadu Buhari, the president today held a meeting with the service chiefs in the council chambers in Abuja. House of Reps member also yesterday called for the resignation of the service chief. The meeting kicked off at about 10 a.m. with the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo also in attendance. Also in attendance is the Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chief, the Inspector General of Police, Chief of Staff to the President, Ministers of Interiors, Defense, and the heads of the DSS, NIA, and the DMI. The meeting which held on a quarterly basis appraises security situations with a view to determining options available at the end of the meeting. The National Security Advisor, Muhammad Magnunu, told journalists that the resolution of the House of Representatives yesterday on the service chief did not come up for discussion. So, let us get a sense of what this means altogether. When the president is being asked to resign because of the security situation in the country, what does this mean? And when they say that did not come up in their conversation today, what does this mean? Let's get the conversation started. Let me introduce you to my guest from our Abuja studio, Honorable Farouk Adamu Aliyu, our former leader of the minority in the House of Representatives and an APC chieftain. He joins us to discuss.
Farouk Adamu, you remember him? That's why I said, Leopard never changes his spots. This is the same man that came to Washington, D.C. to tell Obama to arrest Jonathan. That's him. The same man. Today, listen to him.
Thank you so much, Honorable, for coming. It's the first time we're having you on the program this year. Happy New Year. Though it's the end of January, though. But let's begin the conversation. Some of your colleagues in the National Assembly had called for the resignation of the President, Muhammadu Buhari. And now, what we are seeing is that the president came out, or the presidency came out to say that was unreasonable. Is it an offense to call for the president's resignation from a lawmaker?
Well, Sean, good evening. It's absolutely not an offense for anybody in this country, actually, to call for the resignation of Mr. President. But then, where are the calls coming from? Where did this call come from? It came from a minority leader who, let me speak from the point of being a minority leader, because I was there. He was just doing his job, playing to the gallery. I mean, talking about president to resign and so on. To me, that was playing to the gallery. But yes, are there security challenges in the country? It's true. Should the government do something more? Yeah. These are the things that we should discuss, not the issue which he knows is just blabbing, ranting of the minority, which I told you, I'm speaking from experience because I was there. We used to rant. So that's exactly what he's doing. Now, but it is true, we have a huge challenge ahead of us as a people. Now let's not look at it as Buhari, Abaribe, myself, or you. Let's look at it collectively as Nigerians. Is it true that there are challenges? Yes, it's true. Is it true the armed forces are not doing enough? I don't think they're doing enough. But yes, there are certain things that need to be done, And look at what the president also called for the meeting today. You and I have no preview of knowing what happened, what transpired. But these people in authority cannot just sit down and look by while our people are being killed or maimed. Nobody would want his country to be, in this kind of situation. Yes, but should we do more as the government? I agree totally with a lot of my colleagues.
Honorable, let me butt in quickly. On this matter, that meeting, we understand, was not a consequence of whatever the agitations were in the National Assembly, which is an arm of government. We understand that meeting was not an emergency meeting. It was a meeting that was slated to happen. And the fact that whatever happened in the parliament day before yesterday and yesterday was not brought up in that meeting. Would you say it's sensitive not to discuss such a matter that generated debate of that magnitude and the National Assembly?
Well, first of all, before the president traveled, he called for the meeting with the security chiefs. And he does that from time to time. Whether it was right for this matter not to come in their meeting, I wouldn't know. But from parliamentary point of view, I think, yes, it should have come up in their meeting. And I'm sure it did. I am sure it did. But because, look, there are certain things that are not meant for public consumption. And I'm sure this is one of them. Because just because people are saying this should be done, probably what the people are saying should be done is not the right thing to be done. And I tell you, I am sure the government is not just sitting by. And whether removing the service chiefs is the best thing for the country, I am sure if it is the best thing, it will be done within the shortest possible moment. And you will see that.
Let's get one of an opposition voice on the program tonight. Segun Showunmi is a former spokesperson of the presidential candidate of the PDP in the 2019 elections. He joins us via Skype from Abeokuta. Thank you so much, Mr. Showunmi. Give us a sense of what this means altogether. Is this just ranting, or perhaps people are just overstating what is happening and the thinking that the president or the government is not doing enough is not fair enough?
When the presidency becomes deaf, becomes incapable of hearing, or probably becomes unwilling to even listen to sane voices, then the question then gets to be asked, who is to provide the evidence for the president that things are not working? The latest Stability Index on Terrorism for the first time shows Nigeria as a country to be the third most unstable country from the point of view of terrorism, only behind Afghanistan and Iraq. Over and above that, almost all our political lawmakers and conscientious people in the country are screaming that something is not adding up. The president himself, in the former times, especially in 2012 or thereabout, is on record to have said the president at that time should resign and give the responsibility to others if he cannot manage it. It appears as if the chicken has now come home to roost. The presidency of President Muhammadu Buhari and the APC have lost all creative imaginations as to solving the problem around this very vexing issue of insecurity.
Let me pause. Let's pause.
This is the issue. You see, they are lying. You see how he's twisting issues, and they are not telling you what the deal is. See, they are just Aliu in particular.
Dear Cabinet.
Aliu in particular. Now the shoe is on the other side of the foot. Now you see how he's trying to save the situation. You see, it does not concern him. Now he is on the defensive. It does not concern him. They're on. Let's continue. Yeah. Let's continue.
It gets our attention tonight as always because, as I say, security is the main job of government to secure the lives and property of the people that it governs. So yesterday there was a heated debate in the National Assembly. The day before yesterday there was also a heated debate on the issue of security and governance in Nigeria. But the government came out yesterday to say the call by the minority leader in parliament to call for the resignation of the president and the government is foolish. So we have the former minority leader in the House of Reps, Honorable Farouk Adamu-Aliyu, and spokesperson of the PDP presidential candidate, Mr. Segun Showumi, has been speaking with us via Skype from Abeokuta. Before I go back to Honorable Aliyu, Mr. Showumi, the presidency said that it's foolish for the senator to call for President Buhari's resignation. And he said, look, part of it is that just because some characters think that the president should resign, then they expect him to quit. That call does not represent the opinion of the country. This is the opinion of an armchair critic known for making straight comments. What are your thoughts on that? Okay, I understand that, Mr. Showumi, we have issues with the connection there. But let me throw the same question to Honorable Farouk Adamu-Aliyu. The response from the presidency, how do you, if you were from, for example, in parliament and you get this kind of comment from the presidency, how would you react to it?
Dealing with internet issue. Get it situated and I've got it back. This is the most interesting part of it. I could have edited it, but I didn't want to do it. I want people listening to follow it bit by bit. You know, I don't like people missing something, and then you don't know where it started and where it ended. Then after that, you will hear Lai Mohammed lying. And this is where I say implosion and explosion. Then you will know why they are running around talking about security. Then you know why they act as if they are doing something. Then you know why they are talking. But as they talk, there are some people that are still talking about Nigeria and reconstruction and restructuring. Nigeria is finished. It's finished. Whether you like it or not, it's just done. All those that feel that they are above the law, all those that feel that they are your God, that they can treat you any way they like, they are finding out that the table is turning against them. And this will surprise those, the honored chairs, and those that sit and wag their mouth. The world is watching you. It's best you bolt out now before the boat sinks or before the ship sinks. It's best you change your ways, abandon ship, and you will know why. You will know why. It won't be a surprise, considering what is happening around the globe. You keep lying. You keep thinking you're above the law. All your actions, whatever you do it based on the fact that you are untouchable, that you are above the law. That's what you're doing. That you are above the law. You thumb on international communities. You thumb your nose on them.
Yes, you will be angered, but as I said, that's their work. Whatever anything government does, the opposition should say is not doing well. So he's doing his work. But then look, But I said, foolishly as they said, yes, so also stupidly. That look, when we're talking of security, we don't play to gallery. Look at the anger in him, the way he was talking. Look, the same Abaribe, I don't want to go personal, the same, because when we're talking about security, we're talking about holistic security. Security of all Nigerians, security of all the country. Was he not the same person who went to court to take a leader of secession in this country on bail? Is that helping the security?
Now you carry it, hitting below the belt. Instead of accepting the crimes they are committing, they are talking the same way why they did not suffocate to death our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who came up to talk, to say the truth. Why was he not suffocated to death? Why was he not killed?
Of this country? But I agree that, look, the armed forces of this country need to do more. And I also agree Mr. President needs to take further drastic measures, which I am sure it will be done. So, and how can just one person say resign? The people of this country gave Mr. President the APC mandate. And we've not exercised that mandate. And I don't want us to go back from 2015 to or before 2015.
You don't want to go back because that will remind you that you are doing terribly bad. Terribly bad. You and your APC. Bear with me. Now, hear the end of it.
We still talk about insecurity in Abuja, that time, in Kano, in all parts of this country. It has reduced, but yes, there are other challenges. The kidnappings are but you cannot tell me it's the same situation that we had before.
I understand that we have Mr. Showumi, but I will ask you because when the president said he was surprised, he was taken aback by the kind of attacks he's seen in the Northwest. But let me allow Mr. Showumi to react to what the presidency said. The presidency said the reaction or the comment from Mr. Abaribe is foolish. And that that call does not represent the opinion of the country.
I think Senator Abaribe his comment must be situated properly. He is speaking on behalf of all of the peoples of the Northwest. He is speaking on behalf of the people of the North Central. Is speaking on behalf of the families of slain Nigerians. Is speaking on behalf of the dead and their loved ones. Is speaking on behalf of our political Nigerians. Is speaking on behalf of friends of Nigerians. Is speaking as a minority leader of opposition in the House, and he is making a very, very firm call that there is no reason for human lives to be lost underneath the APC-led presidency of Muhammadu Buhari, and if he has gotten out of his capacity to manage the problem, there is nothing wrong in honorably resigning and allowing competent hands to take over. That's reaction from all of those that are friends of this government. They are reacting, as it were, spitting on the grave of the dead. We are not talking about just loss of income, which is also a problem for them. We are not talking about loss of jobs, which is also a problem for them. We are not talking about lack of harmony in the country, which is also a problem for them. We are talking about the loss of human lives. And at a time when even their own people are throwing up their hands, that the presidency does not seem to know what to do with his overstaying rentier-seeking service team.
Look at quickly, Mr. Showumi, I'd like you to also respond to a portion and part of the statement from the president saying Abaribe's political party, that's the PDP, raped the nation and left it collapsing in 2015, and President Buhari is fixing things up all the years he's in office. How will you react to that?
There is no everything about the APC-led President Muhammadu Buhari government is to constantly insist that they are not going to be able to accept evidence that is before them. When Transparency International calls them out for not doing well on corruption, they don't agree. When Amnesty International calls them out for the issues in the country, they don't agree. When the Stability Index of the country shows that we are now number 3 in the world on terrorism, they don't agree. when unemployment figures indicate that we are now a basket case in terms of unemployment, they don't agree. When the nepotistic tendencies of this government is brought before them, they don't agree. When people come out to say they want to do civil disobedience, they don't agree. When parliamentarians stand up in parliament to make comments that are consistent with the attitude of a parliamentarian, they don't agree. The question is that you must now ask the President Muhammadu Buhari and his team, what exactly do they desire from Nigeria as a way of showing to Nigerians and for Nigerians to communicate that our lives are in danger, people are dying every day. It's not a question of just one section of the country.
Okay, Mr. Shomi, we need to close the program, and let me allow Honorable Adamu Aliyu to give us a final word on the program today. Honorable Adamu Aliyu, when the president said, I'm taken aback about what is happening, that means that he was shocked, and he did say that he's trying his best, but when it does look, how frustrating is it when it looks like some of the efforts are not yielding results? And when the opposition is calling for him to resign, should it be an issue of anger or an issue of let's come round the table? And perhaps a lot of people, is he expecting too much to say, sack the service chiefs?
No, you see, we as a government, we're not angry. We're not angry with people calling for president to resign or ranting. No. They are entitled to their opinion.
What we are Baribi saying is ranting. They don't want the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. Ranting. The service chiefs to resign. The service chiefs. Do you know why? Do you know why? They are bound to face the International Court, the ICC. They are going to face the ICC. And that is why they are telling you, they are asking them to resign. So that they will say that they took action. That when they were reprimanded for not acting, they were asked to resign. You see how cunning they are. You think it's just coming. You think that they're just producing this for nothing. No. It is a way of cover-up. And you'll be wondering why. You'll be wondering why. Now they know that the road has come to an end. The endless road, after all, has an end. And the end is here. The end is here because they have brought you to carpet. Why? Brexit goes into effect today. Our leader, special guest at the Republican Trump rally in Iowa. Amatokun is up. Araba is the word. Araba is the word. Now, let me get you this portion to tell you why they act as if all of a sudden security has become very important. See how they lie. They are out to kill you. They are out to finish you. Calling will be a little bit delayed because I want those that don't have access to this to listen to it. People that kill you and lie and have no regards for your life.
I think there's been a lot of misrepresentation. When it comes to freedom of the press, we're doing extremely very well. You rank 120th out of 180 countries. It's not a glorious record, is it, Minister?
I think there's a lot of ignorance and a lot of mischief.
Well, the assumption has to be that you're covering up damaging evidence, doesn't it?
If those allegations are true, I'm sure it's been taken care of.
Despite promises to respect the rule of law, Nigeria's government stands accused by the international community of serious human rights abuses. My guest this week here in London is Lai Mohammed, the country's information minister. How does he defend against the country's many critics when the evidence of wrongdoing is so compelling?
interview was done by James Sebastian.
Lai Mohammed, welcome to Concord, sir.
Thank you, sir.
The human rights record of your administration has been widely condemned by the UN, Western countries, your own lawyers, international human rights bodies, for brutality and a stunning lack of accountability. Why does this go on in Nigeria? Why don't you get a grip on this?
I think there's been a lot of misrepresentation.
By all these groups?
Absolutely.
Really? Working in concert?
Well, I wouldn't know whether they're working in concert or they're working, alone. But I know for a fact that this administration in particular has been very sensitive to the issue of human rights. Sometimes terrorists, politicians, activists are confused with human rights.
So you put it all down to confusion?
I would do that because I do not know as a fact, and I've been a minister for almost 5 years, that there's any point. I think there's been a lot of misrepresentation.
Control, isn't it? Because the UN Human Rights Committee warned your government to ensure that this group operates in accordance with international standards because they don't trust that it's doing that at the moment. Why would that be?
Yes, I think I'm aware of that. And at a point in time when the report came out, the SARS was disbanded and only to be reconstituted and, warned that henceforth they must ensure that they operate within the confines of the law.
Your own National Human Rights Commission investigated their activities. It even held public hearings, but the results were never published. Why?
I'm not aware that I'm not aware that the results were not published. I'm not aware.
Well, the assumption has to be that you're covering up damaging evidence, doesn't it, which you're afraid to make public?
I don't think we are covering up any damaging evidence. Some policemen were dismissed. The entire SARS was disbanded and reorganized thereafter.
Minister, on the question of providing information to outside investigators, you failed to provide information to the UN under the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, which Nigeria...
Before you go very far, don't worry about the calling. Let's deal with the issue. You see, he told you that some policemen were fired and that they disbanded SARS and then reconstituted it, and they became worse than they were before. Now you see the mayhem that SARS is causing. Now you see how they told you that policemen were sacked, and then all of a sudden there are calls for the resignation of the security chiefs. You see? So
has signed. Last August, the treaty body accused you of failing to honour your reporting obligations under Article 40 of the Covenant and ignoring numerous reminders to do so. Why is that when you tell me you're cooperating so openly with these bodies? Why would they say that if it wasn't true?
I wouldn't know why they would say that, but I know that we have never shunned any international organization. We are very open, as much as possible for any country who is, waging an internal, who's fighting internal, insurgency. We're very open, and we operate within international, regulations and laws.
Really?
Well, clearly you don't, according to the bodies that monitor these situations.
Well, it depends on from which perspective they get the information.
Well, they're getting it from different perspectives, aren't they? We're talking about human rights organizations, international human rights organizations. We're talking about the UN. We're talking about all kinds of bodies, the International Criminal Court, they're all saying the same thing, that you're not cooperating. And you sit here in front of me, Minister, and say that that's simply not true. It's like saying it's darkness outside when we can see it's daylight.
No, I think that analogy is not correct. I know that daily we receive, we entertain, and we engage all these bodies as a government.
And you're not going to move from that version, despite the evidence that I have quoted to you.
I'm yet to see any evidence that that is.
It's all there in black and white in the official reports.
That I've not responded to. When you talked about SARS, yes, I admitted that yes, we received the report and we took action.
Minister, when you're not stonewalling on requests for information, you're taking radio stations off the air and having reporters arrested or beaten. June last year, you tried shutting down Nigeria's oldest private TV channel, as well as radio stations owned by a member of the opposition PDP, Raymond Dokpesi. A federal court overturned your suspension, but the Nigerian Guild of Editors called this a barbaric crackdown on free speech. Why are you launching a barbaric crackdown on free speech?
I think there's a lot of ignorance and a lot of mischief.
The editors don't know what they're talking about.
No, the Percy's station was closed down because he owed the national regulator, not because of the news he was pushing out.
And in January last year, soldiers raided the offices of one of your leading papers, the Daily Trust, and arrested reporters. In March, a journalist who'd been held for 2 years was rearrested. You rank 120th out of 180 countries in the Press Freedom Index of Reporters Without Borders. It's not a glorious record, is it, Minister?
Well, I think when it comes to freedom of the press, we're doing extremely very well. If papers run foul of the law, they must face the consequences. But when you have virtually 100 newspapers in the country, and you are citing the example of one newspaper that was closed down in a year, I think it should be fair to us that we have a very robust free press.
Amnesty International says that between January and September last year, at least 19 journalists and media practitioners were attacked. Those attacks include verbal and physical assault and indiscriminate arrest and detention by your security forces. The impression, Minister, is therefore that your aim seems to be to stifle freedom of expression, especially critical voices. You don't...
You were aware of the hateful speech bill. You thought they have done away with it. You'll be shocked to know what is going on there. So that's why I said, mellow down and listen. To those of you that do not have access to this, listen very carefully.
Like criticism.
That's not correct. You see, because I think many of these people don't know the ecosystem of the media in Nigeria. Virtually every major, print media is owned by individuals. And I can tell you that there are at least about 12 national newspapers. And Daily Trust, I can't quite remember what the story was. But you cannot take the example of one newspaper among about 20 to say that the country is stifling the media. On the contrary, at a point in time, I felt that it was the government that was actually at the receiving end of the media.
What has also worried people enormously is your decision to submit a bill which in its original form would have seen anyone convicted of so-called hate speech actually sentenced to death by hanging under particular circumstances. You actually wanted and you sought authorization from Parliament to kill people because of something they said. Why would you do a thing like that? Extraordinary and shocking provision. For
I think what is even more shocking is the ignorance of people. There's what is called separation of power in major democracies. This particular bill talking about is a bill submitted not by the executive, but by the legislative arm of government. So how can you accuse the executive?
You submitted this bill?
We did not, sir. There's a lot of ignorance. We did not. This is a private member's bill by a senator, which is the...
Yes, and you're telling me you didn't want it to go through. Is that right?
We have a choice in which bills go through or not. The bill has been discussed. There's public hearing. You see, the government does not come in until when the bill has been passed.
And you didn't use any influence to get that done at all?
Absolutely none.
If this bill had gone through, Minister, journalists could have been jailed for any article deemed threatening, abusive or insulting, and could have been hanged if their work caused any loss of life. Well, you didn't object to this bill, did you?
You don't, you see, there's what is called doctrine of separation of power. The only thing you can do as the president is refuse your assent to such a law. The law has not been passed. The law was not originated by the executive.
The law is still going through the Senate.
So how does Mr. President stop it without being accused of, dictatorship and muzzling the...
You telling me you wouldn't have signed the law with that provision in it?
I think this...
You can't tell me that, can you?
You are being speculative.
You can't tell me that,
when we get to that bridge, we have to cross it. We look at what are the contents of that law. In what form will it be passed? But you see, people rush, too hastily to judgment. You can't even. You don't even. You said we submitted that bill. We did not. We know nothing.
You didn't want it submitted.
We don't micromanage the parliament.
Really? What about the protection from internet falsehood and manipulations bill, also carrying draconian provisions? Under its terms, journalists could be imprisoned for publishing content.
Who is the author of that bill?
Are you against this bill or not?
I'm not even aware of that bill.
You're not. The protection from internet falsehood and manipulations bill. You're not even aware of it.
I'm not aware of it. So it cannot
it's causing an outcry internationally, and you're the Minister of Information, and you know nothing about it.
There's no such bill before the House.
There is a bill.
I can say that authoritatively. There is no such bill before the House.
Reporters Without Borders said these bills, talking about the Prohibition of Hate Speech bill and the Protection from Internet Falsehood and Manipulations bill, they said these bills contain extremely harsh penalties that violate international law and are likely to be used to gag the media, and you're saying you know nothing about this one.
No, just the same way they were wrong in saying that the executive submitted the hate speech bill.
Minister, let's talk about corruption. Because in your country, it seems to begin with the government, doesn't it? The International Center for Investigative Reporting said last year that among 9 countries in sub-Saharan Africa, Nigeria has the worst managed sovereign wealth fund based on accountability, transparency, and oversight. Why is your record so bad?
Absolutely false.
Really?
Absolutely false.
A report by the National Resource Institute's Africa office, based on data from 2017, said you had failed to regularly disclose publicly the financial interests of government officials in the extractive sector or the identities of beneficial owners of extractive companies, despite making public commitments to do so.
It's absolutely false. It's the first thing you do. The first obligation as a minister or a public official is for you to make a public declaration of all your assets. And any minister or public official who does not do so risks being prosecuted, and we know many who are now being prosecuted as a result of that. 2, is to the credit of this administration that only a few months ago we passed, we put in place a policy that compels every ministry, every department to make public any expenditure above £10,000 so that the public can challenge what is being spent for. It's also the credit of administration that no government has ever succeeded in securing the conviction of high-profile politicians like this administration, especially those of them who belong to the ruling party. We continue to fight corruption because...
And you follow the rules, do you?
Absolutely.
So in 2018, why towards the close of President Buhari's first term, Why did the Auditor General himself raise serious concern about this so-called excess crude account that you have? This is an oil savings account which holds dollar reserves from crude oil that are sold above the assumed benchmark price. And in July that year, the Auditor General warned you to bring your handling of this account into line with the law. Why, if you tell me you follow the rules, did he feel the need to say that?
You see, precisely because he said it, that shows how transparent the administration is. The Auditor General is an appointee.
It shows how shocking he thinks your behavior actually is.
No, on the contrary.
Really?
It shows the level of transparency in the administration, that an appointee of government can say this and yet retain his job.
He noted there had been deductions from the account which appeared to have been made illegally. In other words, deductions that apparently violated constitutional provisions. Why would that be? And why would he say that if you're following the rules as you tell me you are?
You see, everywhere in the world, even the most democracies, you have auditor generals.
You have what?
Auditor generals.
Yes, yes.
And their duty is to monitor the excesses of government. Now, the fact that he's allowed to do that job and he still remains in office, I think it's a testimony to the fact that we're running a very transparent, administration. The effect,
Mr. Do you want congratulations for that?
I won't get it from you.
As opposed to criticism from the Auditor General, who says you're not in line with the law.
With that,
you don't think that matters?
Without prejudice to the correctness or not of that, allegation. The fact that he can make that allegation, submit it, is being looked into, and it still remains the Auditor General. I think that will not happen in an administration that does not believe in transparency.
He said the audit team could find no legal authority for even the existence of this excess crude account. So it's a sham and a slush fund, isn't it? Why don't you admit it?
Admit that.
Yeah, there's no legal basis for this account.
I don't think it's correct to say that there's no legal basis for it, because the crude oil crude excess account, I've known about it even before we came to government.
It said the audit team could find no legal authority for even the existence of this excess crude account. How come you'd ignored persistent warnings from the Auditor General, as he said, year after year, not just your government, but the previous one, going back to 2007, to bring this in line with the law? Again, you tell me you follow the rules, but it's not backed up by the Auditor General.
Well, we follow the rules, and even that allegation even that assertion is correct. The whole idea of an Auditor General is to point out to you what you are doing wrong and for you to do it right. I don't see any government in the world that is say, we always follow the law, we always do everything correctly. But I say again, the fact that Auditor General can make that report and nothing has happened to him, is still in office.
Yes. And what? You continue to make illegal deductions from the account?
Well, it depends what you mean illegal deduction.
Deductions that violated constitutional provisions.
It's not. You see, if a government violates constitutional provision, it is the responsibility of the Parliament to take appropriate action. But I don't believe that we do.
The responsibility of the government, if it cares about the people's money, to mend its ways, isn't it?
Oh, of course, but that's if you admit that you have even violated the laws. But what I'm saying is that, yes, the Auditor General could have found some anomalies. The whole essence of Auditor General anywhere in the world is that there should be checks and balances. And all he has just pointed out here is that there are some irregularities, and then the appropriate, arm of government will do the needful.
So what are you going to do in future about this?
I'm sure it has been.
What are you going to do?
If those allegations are true, I'm sure it's been taken care of.
Well, it hasn't been, and he's been reporting and complaining about the government's attitude to this account since 2007. Well, just as the UN has been complaining that you haven't been giving information about torture and excesses of violence used by your security forces, as the international...
This is, it is shocking. Not only is it shocking, it is the stubbornness of the government to admit its fault. And they will continue to stifle you. They will continue to kill you. They don't admit to anything. And they will not admit to anything. They thumb their nose on the international community and they are telling you you are one Nigeria. And they will kill all of you. No other solution but to end Nigeria. That's it. And we're on the right path. You could have seen Tim Sebastian after the interview with Lai Mohammed. He was so disgusted. He turned red. And could not believe what he was hearing. How they can stubbornly lie and ignore every international rule of law. And they boast. Nothing they know. But all they know is to kill you. But they don't know anything else. You've seen it from Aliyu. You've seen it from Lai Mohammed. You've had it from Jibril, telling you that, oh, I don't even know that Boko Haram still exists. They don't know, but they know that you're dying. And they will continue to kill you. And does it come as a surprise? Do you see the correlation right there? Our leader is shaking them. The spirit of our ancestors is shaking them. And after seeing what happened in Iowa, I think they'll now go and rest. And the Araba issue will be more stronger. It imploded and it's exploding. Let me open the phone line and let people vent out the what they are hearing. You see what I said? I like Lai Mohammed because he lies a lot, and then it bursts up on their face. It explodes on them. And then Tim Sebastian, where has he been? I told you today is double-edged sword. Where has he been? I think they know. Biafra is here. It has come to stay. So it's a question of to your tents. Where did you leave your luggage? Go and take it. The church has. Oh, where is your Bible? The church is over. So make sure you take all your things with you, including your handbag and your wallet. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Good morning from here.
My name is bless every IPOB family members all over the world. Bless our able leader Mazi, wherever he may be. May he protect and guide him and lead him. Make every door he meets will be open automatic. Let him set him up with the people that matters in the world, so that this restoration process will be completed. We'll make the friends that matters any part of any government parastatals all over the world. May he protect our deputy, protect all the IPOB leadership. Anywhere you are working, talking, spreading this message for this wonderful restoration we are in today. Mokike, protect and guide you and bless anything you lay your hand to support this struggle in the mighty name of Chukwuemeka, Abraham, I pray.
You see.
As I was, all these things going on now is just the completion and the fulfillment of the word of the Almighty Chukwuemeka Abiyama. The center cannot hold anymore. Compared to the voice message you play and the interview of Sebastian of former BBC, but now you're working with .tv. You know, Germans, they are the way they play their own politics and the way they do their own thing. I don't think when he was in BBC, he would be opportune to interview and be straight, hitting the Mr. Lie the way he's hitting him. You know, this Dutch channel was the people that tested the mighty of our able leader 2017, and they wanted to know what we are talking about and how people take this message after when we met them 2016 in the former death of Buhari. Former dead President Buhari went and signed a contract with the German government to deport 2,000 Nigerians before we started hitting them. They are the first people, international channels, to come to Biafra to ask for the popularity of our leader. I don't know if some of you can see, pay attention. 12 hours notice. All road lead to Islam Afaruku Ibeku. Everywhere food. They were marveled. That is the same channel. That's where things that was saying working now. He was in BBC before. You know, Nigeria are a country that love in lie, dwell in lie, campaign millions, billions of naira and dollars to divert their attention, to pay people to lie. People that pay people to lie, I'm not aware. Nothing they will be aware of. That is why their president come out and say he's not aware that Boko Haram exists. People we created. All these people they created will swallow them. Mazi, there's another voice I heard. I wasn't even when I heard the voice. This is a voice I know. That's a criminal Aliu. I don't know if some guys can still remember.
That's Aliu.
In 2015, this man was the man that spent his money to campaign for the arrest of Jonathan when he was dealing with a former defense minister. He was dealing with Boko Haram. I know some people might not know that is the same man. These are the men, wicked, fallen, evil people. But this time we'll be going against them anywhere. Our people back home should know that what is going on in Nigeria now is as fun as Chukwuemeka Abiyama planned it. Like as our leader normally say, we don't have money, like as they have. We don't have paid consultants as they are paying. We sacrifice and put our head and our talent and our position we have meted in this world. If they have money, prepared, spending billions, working against the rubbish what we are doing. But we are ahead of them. Mazi, Alozie, our people back home have been receiving calls from different people that nailed us, people that called us names during the time of boycott election 2017, Anambra election, where we tell them what will be the outcome of the election and what will happen later during the time of Obiano and after this 2019 election. How do you mean our people listen to IPOB? How do you mean they listen to our leader? Just to end this problem once and for all. It's like a car that is running. It's just with that speed, he put it in handbrake. No election. Nigeria will crumble. We could have been in a new nation, in a new world, rebuilding, developing. That's contraption called Nigeria. But our people do not listen. This system of what is going on in Imo State is their new system. That means your PVC, your this and that is rubbish. I think tomorrow, when they see anybody talking about the election, talking about to come and exercise their rights, talking about to come and vote this person out and vote this person in, I think they will laugh at that person. They will stone that person. Why I'm saying all this thing and applying all this thing is about this 2023, which I know the zoo can never succeed to live to. Because I will do anything in my power and anything I can sacrifice not to see there's anything like election in Biafra land. We are done with the zoo. We want to be out. Today is 31st and it's my birthday. And this is the day in around the 23.
Oh, happy birthday.
2359. 2359 will be the time Britain will leave out of European Union. They want to be free. If you listen to what Niger Farage said yesterday and day before yesterday, because I do follow them, I asked, did these people have conscience? But I don't want to say anything yet because I see some good British people, like as our leaders said, we talk to them, we do listen, they do listen. Some of them don't know what is going on, but they want to be out. They want to keep us in one Nigeria. Can't you see that they cannot walk? And I'm using this opportunity to let the good British people, some of you will have been meeting different places, ask their government question and their role in this calamity that will face you people if you people don't stand up, because all the problem your government are causing, you people, it is the British citizen that will pay for it. They stand in Biafran restoration and Biafra freedom, because if we go back and remember what you people did in 1967, the 73 days, you people don't see how conscience to say enough is enough. Let us move peacefully and make a good friend now, because tomorrow may be too late. Because we can't forget. Because if we want to retaliate, we will retaliate even from the slave trade. Those that are enslaved, others will be enslaved. Enough is enough. You people have maimed us. You have imprisoned us. You have looted everything that belonged to us. And while we love you and took anything, every evil thing you have to offer to us. Enough is enough. But Biafra want to go by peace, not by pieces. Not by pieces. I want to use this opportunity to call our brothers anywhere you are, in America, in UK. I thank our IPOB family members in UK. You guys are living in the house of our enemy. And this democracy they are talking about is there. As they said about it, you people need to come out openly, talk to British people, go to events. I don't see why Jibril will come in UK. Our IPOB did not stage a very big peaceful protest in that Africa UK summit. Because that is where they come and talk. Boris Johnson bully, talk whatever he talk. See what to keep Africa the way they is. Because that is their hope. That is why they are going out of EU. But we say no, our blood can't be split, sacrificed. And people are taking everything that belongs to us while we scavenge us all over the world, dying in ocean, dying in Mediterranean Sea, dying in desert. How long can we continue like this?
Yeah,
enough is enough.
Mazi,
Alozie, I think I will leave it here. And there is another thing that is getting me worried too much.
Yeah.
I'll round up now. Please let me contribute about what is going on in BTV. Please, I know brothers, most of you are trying. We want BTV to start working at least 5 days before the burial ceremony of our late mother and father, King Izolo Kukana, and his Lord Ugweze Sele Kukano. If you know you want to support, please come up. Me, I will do anything I can to support, to make sure that it starts working before the time of that period. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. All hail Biafra, sign off from here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi, Alozie, that's from here.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Mazi, Alozie. My name is But I'm calling from London here. Mazi, I just want to use this opportunity to appreciate you for your good job as an representative and president. Every people that is working to respond. Again, thank you for your to educate us. Mazi, I don't come out clear.
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Mazi, I just want to let our people know one thing. Do you know, yesterday, I was going through the news because the British is about to leave the European Union, which they did today. So, when they
your line is dead. It just cut off. You can call back once the line is stable. The call number is +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. They know what's good for them, and they equally feel that what is good for them is good for you. Why? Because they don't see you as being capable of making your own decision. And they have shown it through many ways. They've shown it through many ways. Yeah, caller, go ahead. Your line cut off.
Line cut off. We are telling them the truth. Mazi, so what I'm trying to let our people know that, do you know that the former British Prime Minister by name Tony Blair, Tony Blair was interviewed, and yesterday I was going through their television and I saw he was interviewed. That's the. Do you know what Tony Blair told the whole world? Tony Blair told the whole world that the EU is the problem. And they shouldn't have been there for the first place. This is coming from Tony Blair. The British Prime Minister, Tony Blair, said that the EU is the problem. That they shouldn't have been there for the first place. They should get out. It was this thing I'm telling you now. I heard at the year they interviewed him that thing, I didn't know, but it came out from him. Now, I think what I could imagine. But why did the British put us with Nigeria? British, that Nigeria is the problem. Let us go out. We want to be out from Nigeria. And British people keep thinking because they have nuclear weapons to kill us if we talk that we want to leave. Mazi, I can't even believe that Tony Blair was saying type of things. That the EU, you people are listening. Tony Blair said it. And you know when he said that in the television, when they showed everything, he said that the EU is the problem. They shouldn't have been there for the first place. They should get out. But Tony Blair, you came in my father's land where we are living peacefully and said, you, Nigeria. And Nigeria is killing our people today. What is the meaning of Nigeria? We don't know. For your own benefit, for British people. And then our people are being killed every day. And we are telling you people that Nigeria is not good for us. Who else from Nigeria? Let us be there before. And this things that we don't do. Mazi, we must to continue. Whatever that comes out from Britain, we will come here and tell our people what they have been hiding for us. We have no need now. There was
yes, they are meddling with the line. They are meddling with the cause. And that is the problem we are having. That is the problem we are having. You see, they hate the truth. Any day you hit them where it hurts, they will start meddling with the line. It is that point we are making, that they don't like free press. They don't like the truth. They hate the truth. They try to strangulate you so that you will not know your left from your right. And then you live in lies. They put you in the dark. And they'll continue to do the same thing. I don't know why. Their back is against the wall. Instead of them doing something, at least to show the world that they are trying. No, they wouldn't do it. They will lie and lie through their nose. They will continue to do that. And they will kill you. They will attack you. And then they feel that every other person is wrong and they are the only one that is right, even though they are last in everything. They are the last in everything. And then how can you correct yourself? How can you, when you can't accept your mistakes? Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Kenneth. I'm calling from Houston, Texas. I'm glad to get this message radio today. I've been trying it. Maybe I've been calling the wrong one. I'm so happy for what is going on. You guys are doing a great job. I wanted to join IPOB Houston before these flavor people that want to open banks everywhere. And I was on the app before. I was on the WhatsApp, and all of a sudden they started talking nonsense. And I told them, I said, this is Mazi involved in this. They said, if you don't want to belong, get out here. Before you know, they took me off the WhatsApp. So well, I want to join the real IPOB Houston. So I don't know how, where is the real IPOB Houston here? So that I will join. I'll join.
Oh, you want the real IPOB? I will send you the information after the broadcast.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for what you are doing. God bless all of you.
Call out your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Chukwuemeka. I'm calling from Enugu province.
Welcome.
Mazi, my contribution today is, I'm a first-time caller on Radio Biafra, and my contribution today is that we love what you people are doing over there in the US, and we highly support you people from here in Biafra land. We are highly formidable in Biafra land, and we are resolute. And we know that our last stand is Biafra. Nothing else. We do not want restructuring. We do not want any other thing other than Biafra. And we highly support everything that you're doing. And Mazi, I want to say a prayer to our dear director, that God will bless him for the work he's doing for us all over there in the US, and that God will fortify him, give him more wisdom, give him more knowledge, more understanding as he works, as he's leading us towards the final stages of Biafra restoration in the name of Chukwuemeka. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you. Whenever you wake up, that's your morning. I will send you the information you requested for, but it's kind of it's more than meets the eyes. You were able to find out the bank quickly, but that of IPOB later. And I'm glad you're waking up. People should wake up. People should wake up. Time and tide waits for no man. Time and tide waits for no man. We don't have time. We don't have the time. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name and where you calling from? That call is gone. It's one of those days you catch them, then your calls will start misbehaving. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi, Alozie, good morning.
Good morning from here.
This is Michi Ezoku calling from Boston. Mazi, Alozie, may your day be long, and may you see Biafra, and every one of us will see Biafra. And anybody that says that we will not see Biafra, he will not see Biafra. May the Almighty God continue to guide and protect each and every one of us, especially Onyendu, at his quest to bring Biafra to existence. Mazi, Alozie, I have a little bit of information here. The Muslim Association of Nigeria, they have taken a bill to the National Assembly. They said they want the whole Nigeria to be wearing their hijab. You know, this thing they use in covering their face. That's what they want Nigerians to be. The whole police force, actually, Nigerian police force to be, Zoo police force to be wearing hijab. This is another foolish talk in the foolish man's backyard. Anyway, that is what I said I should bring to your notice. I will send the document to my Facebook platform very soon. Thank you and God bless you all. We will see Biafra. We are going to see Biafra. Thank you and God bless you.
God bless you too. The Janjaweed. It is not the police, it is the Janjaweed. So they want to make it official. They want to make the whole thing official. So you think you are serving the Nigerian police? Yes, that's what you're serving. You're serving the Nigerian police, not the people. And that is the way it is. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Mazi.
Are you driving?
Yes, is it weird? Is it weird?
Yeah. What kind? Yeah, it's kind of hard to. Sometimes you come in, sometimes you just fade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is your brother. If you can hear me, I'm not gonna take all the time, but I do want to say thank you to you and to all Biafrans who are listening. I want to tell you to remember where you are as always, and I want to say greetings from Los Angeles. This is your brother, Obidio Biena. I'm from about my Idemili in Onitsha province. Anyway, Onitsha province, I would say, which is in Biafra land. Mazi, I called this morning because I just want to say a few things. One is the people that were calling for saying that Abaribe does not speak for Nigerians, the Zulu. And I know very well that I had that man clearly. Who made it clear? I love that man. I don't know who he is.
Sherwin.
Okay, I love what he said, and he was able to enumerate every group that Abaribe speaks for.
Exactly.
Okay, so I love that. So that's one of the things that I called here this morning, and it's unfortunate how these people reason. Yesterday when I called, I said something about it doesn't really matter to me all this shouting that they do every day, Mr. President, until they tell themselves the truth. Okay, that's the only solution. And this morning it came to my mind that they should even appreciate Abaribe for even suggesting for that idiot that is sitting in Aso Rock to resign. This is a way out for them, for all this sham that has been going on, using this Jubilee or whatever he is to run that country for some time right now. I think they should commend Abaribe for even suggesting an easy way for them out. In other words, if that idiot will pretend as Buhari and resign, then he may be able to cover up a lot of things, but the line that Aisha Buhari, the shameless woman who will allow her husband to be used even in his grave for all these bad things, he will be able to cover up. He can say, okay, now I'm resigned. Then after some months, they can say he died. So they can give him a burial. But, they should even appreciate that burial. So that's really why I called this morning. Then the other one was just funny to me. The way the lie, as usual, was responding to the interviewer. As you had, it was so funny. Go and play that again and listen to how he even came in that interview.
Yep.
He was almost crying like a goat.
Every other person is a fool. Yep. Every other person is a fool but them.
Thank God in heaven. Okay, now they're knowing that people are keeping eyes on them. And this is, why I love these men that run the affairs of everyone in this world. They must get you completely before they confront you. It's not, they don't pretend they're here to. Look at all the questions the man sent to him. At a point, he became confused. And instead of accepting his confusion, he projected, as usual. Projection is part of the characteristics of people with mental health. He projected that every other person is confused.
Yes.
Except for them, who knows what they're doing. Now, he couldn't even answer the question. He was claiming that most of the things he's not aware.
He's just in the loop.
Just by the way, they better know. They better begin to pack their Bibles, like you said. Okay? It's a done deal. That's all I can say. For Biafrans who are listening, remain where you are. I will tell you this. Remain faithful. More importantly, remain humble. God is here. He's taking us home. Thank you very much, my brother, for allowing me this privilege.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you very much.
And
there were. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi.
Good morning from here.
Let my brother talk to you.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mazi.
Good morning from here. Welcome. Your name and where you calling from?
Yes, sir. So my name is Mazi Chukwuemeka. I'm from Ebonyi State. Only keep precisely as Ezekuna.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm IPOB member actually, sir. But I felt love in this program when I was around 2017. Although I joined the IPOB in 2019. So I'm very, very happy. But I take your work closely. We Ebonyi citizens are trying harder, more especially Ega English, particularly. We appreciate their efforts in this job. Hello, sir.
We are listening. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. We are hearing you.
Hello, sir. Okay, sir. So, there's no going back in our area. So, we are determined. Whatever it will cost, whatever, even sacrificing our life. After all, our leader's parents have sacrificed their own life. So, we are not afraid of death again. So, we are determined. Whatever it will take. Whatever. So we don't have money. They are suffering us here. I'm a civil servant serving the state. But if I tell you how they are punishing us here, giving us half grade, half stop. So, but I don't care about that. I'm determined. Even in that year, 2 offices, I used to say that I'm not afraid of the local government chairman, nor even the rep. So I'm a civil servant, but I don't care. I don't give a shit. So I broadcast about Biafra every day in my office. So there's no going back.
Very good. Keep up with it.
All right. Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi, Alozie. Mama.
Welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. This is your humble brother, Mazi Ekuruke, calling from Iguacha province. Mazi, I just came in now, but I know that the usual thing, as far as any one of you mounts on that podium of Radio Biafra, is for us, for our freedom. How do we secure our freedom? That is the sum of the whole thing. All the grammar is we must be free. It's not that we need we wish of this. We must. Unless God did not make man give freedom for humanity, which man put himself in bondage. But Biafrans, we say we don't want to be in bondage. We want to experience that freedom which Chukwuemeka is, and we must have it. There is something, based on that, I want us to look into, because the way it comes to me, that is the way I pour it out. There are things we need to consider now, because in our leaders' broadcast, it made it clear so that we will not longer make the mistake which our brothers, our fathers that lived before us, the mistake, the errors, will not make the errors of the past. And we are talking those on the physical aspect, maybe all those enemies, this, that. But the message today is telling us to also consider the mistakes, because everything, whatever the history that is written, whether in the Bible or anywhere, is talking about Biafrans. Go and check it. If you research, you know that everything in the scripture is Biafrans with. So, Chukwuemeka wants us to also to consider the spiritual aspect. How he led the people of Israel out of the land of Egypt, his original purpose. Before the time
he told Abraham, he made Abraham know that your children will never be counted. It's uncountable, but they will serve. After 400 years, they will come to the land. I will take them into their land. He just planned. He planned it and showed how it was going to happen. But when it started happening, during the time of Moses, because of not things going not the way originally how God planned it, they stayed more than 400 years. Moses, how did it happen? Moses, when God, used him to, remind himself. Remember the mother reminded him when he was growing up, when he was training, you are not from Egypt. Look at. He didn't think in his head. He did not, because he was a prince in the land of Egypt. He said, no, I must fulfill the purpose which I'm called to set my people free. When he was doing that thing, he saw the Egyptian and an Israelite having issue. He sided his brother and they did away with the Egyptian. But what happened? Second time he met his brothers, two brothers, having misunderstanding. He wants to bring them together. Come now, you know we are brothers, you don't need to. The brother himself said, hey, do you want to kill us the way you kill an Egyptian? That's what gave room for the prolonged gain. Now Moses ran for his dear life. And he served, he became a shepherd, served. Which if the brother, those two brothers have, known who Moses was and, concord with him, maybe that longer time they stood, God would have used another template to save the people of Egypt. People of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But it took a longer time than when Moses now got to send him back to. Now, when they left the land of Egypt, things started happening. God did not tell Moses, you will not enter there. God did not tell the people of Israel who left the land of Egypt that they will not enter there. The things went somehow. God will now, because God's word must come to pass. And God will not use unrighteousness to fulfill his word. That is why he did away with every unrighteousness. And the grandchildren of the people of Israel were the people that entered into the Canaan land. Only Joshua and Caleb were the among. What are we trying to say? God will call our leader, Mazi and to save us, to reveal every mystery, what has happened. And God, during the inception, God now used him to reveal the template, how he's going to deliver us. He said, we destroy the zoo with the truth, symbol of truth, which he has fulfilled. How did he destroy the zoo with the truth? He is the one that made us know that Nigeria has expired. All this while we are gallivanted. It seems that came to make us know that the 1914 to 2014 is 100 years, which the British said they will experiment in Nigeria. After 100 years, everybody will go his own way. If they can, water and oil can never meet. And after 2014, by 1st of January 2014, Nigeria had expired. And the British know that during the time of David Cameron, he knew that Nigeria, that's why they didn't want Jonathan to come for second term. Now the Cameron, what did I do? He now used his servant. Because the Americans were the servants of the British, without no apology. During the time of Obama, is when Donald Trump came in that they realized, by the grace of God, God used our leader Mazi to open the eyes of the whole world. What the evil the British has been conquering in the whole world, all the countries of the world. And by the grace of God, God will now use. That's why Donald Trump came and made it clear: American first, before any other thing. Now the British know now that there is no way again. Now God used our leader to destroy the zoo because he is the one that made it clear for us to know that the zoo has expired by 2014. Whatever that is operating in it now that is my Nigeria has expired. And how did he fulfill it also? Now when God now used him, because he told us that Buhari will give us Biafra. How did he do that? Now, God now did with Buhari. Buhari died. And they came, British went imported an impostor, and they corrected him in London and brought it back to us. Now, how did God want to do? Because when God wants to bring us back, He wants to restore our dignity, our greatness. It's only Biafrans in the whole world that was recognized as great. We are called Igbo, the great Igbo nation. The British used the amount to call us great. But when they were going back, they stole that greatness. They called themselves Great Britain. They were not great. Now, how did God want to do it? Now, God wants to disgrace because of what the British have done by, concurring, by participating in preparing an impostor and bringing it to Nigeria. You know that when the news is revealed, when it's confused, the whole world is confused that this is what has happened. When it's being proven, they will say that the British will become nothing in the eyes of the whole world. They are now trying in all possible means to make that, to save themselves from that occurrence. Now, what is happening? The zoo has been destroyed with the truth by our leader, Mazi. And the person mining there, what are we trying to establish? Even the government of the zoo called Nigeria is illegitimate government. So what God is telling us, what Joshua did, if you know you are on the Lord's side, side, wherever you are. So all the indigenous people that are held in bondage in the zoo called Nigeria should identify where they belong to, so that we know what we are doing. Those who want in support of one Nigeria, so that we know that when Nigeria is destroyed, whatever that is of Nigeria will be destroyed with them. They thought was not everything God has given us the template. And how is it going to be done? The government that is manning the zoo is illegitimate government. It's a foreigner. So on that premise, Nigeria will go to hunt down that illegitimate government holding the indigenous people captive. As far as it is proven, the world is now looking for us what we will do. And we will have to define what is going to be done. That we arrest the impostor, so that they will not. We don't need to be on the defensive again. We are on the defensive last time during the time of Ujugu. We should be on the offensive this time around. We are the people questioning who is there. We want to arrest that person. Let him come and prove himself. He went to London. Everything has been proven beyond it. Then we are still. We make it as a case, even if it's international. We want to go and arrest that. The Suleiman of Iran was he not here as a terrorist? Yeah. So this man is an impostor, a terrorist. He's not the president assumed to be elected in the zoo in 2019. Yeah. So the need for must be done. And I saw whatever will happen, those who are on the left side or who want to remain in Nigeria. So when the Nigeria is going, which is destroyed, everything that belongs to Nigeria will be destroyed. You see? Here's the definition. If we want the template of God, how God wants to, and it's done, British also is going down with them. Because British is the people that prepare this. Yeah. As British is suffering now, thank you very much. I'm winding up. The Islam now will take over them, and they like Islam. Islam is going to take over London. You will hear that London is an Islamic country. That thing they want, that thing they wish us, they are going to have it back. So let us define it, and the need to be done. It's our time to kill them back. Biafra will be restored. Chukwuemeka and bless Biafra. In the name of Chukwuemeka, I declare.
You say. Thank you very much. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
My name is Mazi and Mazi is calling from Obolafo. Obolafo is in the local government. We took aside the Biafra land. I want to use this video and appreciate my leader Mazi Namdekano, the Radio Biafra. Let me the chicken keys. Ahmadi can keep the one of Biafra land, the man who come and make us to start living like a human being, because if not because of our leader Mazi Namdekano, or the way everything about us, we're not behaving like animals. That is our leader Mazi Namdekano that make us to start living like a human being. and since he goes to his victory, the Mazi Chukwuemeka from Mefo, the man to believe he has come and show the world that you can trust a Biafran. Because before they said that you cannot trust a Biafra, that Biafra will betray you. But now, all of us have now seen it. He said that he will never allow this platform to see corruption, and up to date, he still stand on his word. Because people threatening him wherever he is, and every other Biafran that is working so assiduously, tirelessly, one and night to make sure we reach up to this level. Even the people that have even used their lives to sacrifice to make sure that we reach up to this level. I say the people come, I said they are still wherever they are, name of Chukwuemeka. And all of you in our media team, may God Almighty keep on threatening you as people abandon everything that people are doing to make sure we reach up to this level. May God Almighty sustain all your needs in the name of Chukwuemeka. I pray. He said, Chukwuemeka, and I make you unique. Everybody is there. I know I forgot I get good level Yari. Fred, I know of we senator are very broken. But we'll find out when I become Biafran. Why that even we have every other senator in the name of the zoo in the zoo called Nigeria? But this is only one man that will stand up and call a spade and call an evil thing. We all have seen the area that we are believing. But you matter anything. Let him say it because anybody is now Asia Fakego. They just share the truth and shame the devil. You see some slaves, some government workers that is not even receiving their salary. They are dying for the so-called one Nigeria. And they cannot even pay your salary. Some of you that owe you 8 months salary, 1 year salary, 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. And you are still proud answering one Nigeria. We are now telling you the place that you can even have a better life. The plan that you can even receive that your salary, even before the month end. This is the only thing that can give you whatever you are looking for. Not even talking of the minimum wage. Election have passed now, they have now abandoned it. Who is still remembering? No one. Come to the end of it, we don't even have good roads. To ask yourself, have you ever experienced good road in the whole Biafra land? The answer is no. Okay, again, do you have any quality education in our land? The answer is no. Do you have a free education in our land? The answer is no. We don't have jobs. How many people are jobless? You see most of our people, they are killing our people every day, because there's no job. You see a graduate will end in Okada or an Okada rider. A graduate will end in all type of work, provided that we have a plate of food. And this is a place that you are now saying that once Biafra is restored, you are 100% sure that we have job at a good time. Not even asking of the people that is even going to school. You buy a school fees, 4 years and 6 months, or 3 years and 6 months strike. Why are they collecting your school fees? Who is fooling who? Some my brothers and sisters, enough is enough, and I have already said it. This 2020. Today is the 31st day of January 2020. As you are now saying goodbye to January, that is how you are now saying goodbye to anything that will cause us not to restore Biafra in this 2020 name of Chukwuemeka. This is how we have caused all of them today, all of them to pass away. Nothing can prevent it. So it's better for you to stand up now and do the needful. No matter anything. Use that time that you have in saying all sorts of things and use it in agitating for Biafra. Why can't you use that time that you are using to gospel all that thing that you have even saying? Use it and contribute in Biafra, because that knowledge can help a lot in this restoration effort. So my brothers and sisters, in no wasting time, let me just explain to you what you need to understand. I know why they lie. Now you can do now you have to tag over kitchen ebo korori ya patanko on the jelly bomb. Once a bomb in the Fulani in the to Pascal. Upon a bomb on the Fulani no more all you on your web now when you wool Nando no more than city state no shareshu high chaganaba they beg just because of the so-called Fulani people, that's around our people. If you come in our land, now the man they cover iron. Over there, you see the place of Biafra land that the so-called Fulani is not there. You can even say it out with that number. You will see a Fulani man, a bench 100 naira again, a Fulani man will say that you go there for just only for 20 naira or 30 naira. And we even say that the reason why that I will not enter Biafra because Biafra only is too cost. Let me go enter Hausa Fulani without even knowing that they're going there for emission. They want to know everything that all Biafra is coming out so that once their plan is mature, they will do what they want to do. Not even saying of the one that the people that is even selling something in the market. You see how they are just doing all sorts of things to make sure that they crush everything about Biafra. Because my people say that they would not want to be Muslim. And this is the only thing that they have forced them to make sure they want to wipe everything about ourselves. Every day by day in this country, there's no any day that you not hear in the news that they kill people. This is the blood that are just wasting like this. People that deserve to be alive. And you cannot even be ashamed of yourself. You don't even know it might be your own blood that they will fall tomorrow. This is the question you need to ask yourself. You need to stand up and do the needful. Let's restore this hope. Let's restore this Biafra. And every other indigenous people, not only in Biafra, need to stand up and stand for themselves. And make sure that we have a good security for us to secure this our land. Because there's nothing that can make us not to restore our homeland. The only thing we have to do is that let's stand up and do the needful in the name of Full Kadema. And again, my people from Suka is Akalmagulu. Mandina Bambo, Makagane, our transmitter. Keep on blessing you and bless you in the name of Full Kadema. And even for the people that have not done it, you need to do it. Very, very important. And I still want to use this video and appreciate my people from Anambra State artists. As how they have now organized a Suka Forum in Anambra State. This is something that other states need to emulate it. This is something that even the people that is even in diaspora, they need to emulate this thing. To have that organized forum. Because Imo State, other places now matter. How did you go qua this? In Kebina Pukika Unime. Manandeba is the Kamu Beach Bajaha. He said on the middle, I think I shot on one yono. Because now united we stand, why divided we fall. Mazi, Alozie will sign off from here. I remember blessed. My name is still Mayor Humble Sabas Mazi. So I just said for you, they will watch this. I remember blessed.
Thank you very much. The call number is +14847670848 +14847670848. We are getting to the place we've been looking for, our Biafra, the land of freedom. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, I want to sing a bit. Let me sing before I talk. We don't want this zoo anymore. We don't want this zoo anymore. We won't go. We won't go. Biafra is my country. Biafra is my country. I beg, Mazi, help me play that music there. It is in your studio there, I beg.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have it. I don't have that clip. The different artists they sent to different people. I don't have that one. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, Alozie.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we are hearing you. Go ahead. We are listening to you. Your line is bad. Maybe, maybe your radio is on. And then you can't hear me. You have a delay when your radio is on. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Make sure your radio is off. Caller, make sure your radio is off. Yeah, sometimes the line gets crazy, not responding. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Your radio is on. That's what it is. Your radio is on. Please turn off your radio. Your radio is on.
I'm out of the radio.
No, but I'm hearing the echo. I'm hearing my voice.
Can you hear me now?
It's better now. Go ahead.
Please, Mazi Alozie, I am Mazi Chukwuemeka from Ishiago. I want to be connected with my brother who resides in the USA. That is Chukwuemeka. I want to be connected with him so that we discuss how we arrange our transmitter in our Ishiago, in our place. Please.
Chukwuemeka. Yeah, he dropped. Well, didn't give me a chance to get his number. You call next day. I will do that. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Now the line is beginning to act up, beginning to carry. That's what I feel. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name.
Mazi.
Yeah, your name. Where you calling from?
Yeah, Mazi.
Yep.
Yes, good morning. My name is Ugo Onyejaka. Originally, I am from Amibo.
Welcome.
And the Amibo is in Olo. Amibo is the home of the tiger. And Amibo is the home of King Jaja. Mazi, presently, I reside here in the United States as the PRO of IPOB in Washington, D.C. I thank you for everything, Mazi. Honestly, we have destroyed Nigeria. Mazi, the only thing we have to do now is just to stay and organize ourselves and see how we're going to run our Biafra. Because the job is being done by the people that hate us. The Fulanis are doing this job for us. Every day they are doing it, they are rushing it, and then we are seeing the results. If you go to Borno now, Mazi, there is no road in Borno. University of Maiduguri has been closed. So the work is so fast, and you can't even imagine that it will come to this extent. So my advice to the Biafrans is that thank God the Odunuwas, that's the Yorubas, they have organized themselves now because they have already sent letters to the UN and other people, and they are talking about their own country. So now it is left for the Biafrans for us to come together and unite. Stay away from trouble, but just stay until when our Ondo will just give us go-ahead order. All the youth, organize yourself. Anybody that is thinking about being in Nigeria is out of his mind. Because the way Nigeria is now, they have already given us, this is without any fight, without any problem, they have already signed Biafra Go. So we have to rejoice, and then we have to do anything to support this, our Biafra, and for the work that our media are doing. God will bless everybody that is involved in the media. So, Mazi, I only want to put my voice just to tell our people that we are not sleeping, that as they goes by, that our work is coming. And what they have to do is just to stay strong, give Biafra. Biafra is what you are. It is your right. It is undeniable right that God has given you, that you have to answer your father's name. You have not done anything against anybody. You are not forcing something that doesn't belong to you. So why can somebody come from outside, come to your father's family, your own family where you were born, to come and tell you what to do? I mean, I can't even understand. You have to put it in that perspective. Somebody from outside come to your compound, your father's house, and they tell you to stand, they stand. You say sleep, you sleep. Everything. No, you will say no. It can't happen. So this is what all these Amajiris, all these Fulanis from outside Nigeria is coming, the West Africa. They have already said it out because there is a news that just came up, I read today. That news is that now, that what they were unable to do in 1800, they are out to do it now. It's not something hidden. They say they are coming because it is something that was promised to them, but Britain, they have kept it so slow that they have not achieved their aim. But now they are determined just to dig the Quran in the ocean. And that is what they said. They are not hiding it. Everything they do, they tell you, truth. Look, this is the way we want it, and that is the way. They are not saying that, you can say, oh, these people are very cunning, or they are using another strategy to do it. They know what they want. They are going for it. And then you are keeping quiet. Yorubas have organized themselves, and then it is now for us, Biafra, to organize ourselves. So, but thank God Almighty that everybody have known now that we are the people that are the victims, and we want to go, and we will go. Thank you, Mazi. God bless you for everything you've been doing.
God bless you too, Jack. God bless you too. Yes, we are beginning to see the shadow nearing end of the broadcast, and the call number is +14847670848. You see, the power given to them is gradually being diminished. They are arresting the Fulani leaders in some areas. When they come, they feel they have the power and that they are untouchable. That's what it is. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi. Good morning. Mazi, Alozie.
Good morning. Good morning from here.
Thank you. This is Mazi Austin from calling you from Oklahoma City.
Welcome.
This was from Afikpo. Afikpo is in Abakaliki province, in Ebonyi state. Thank you for your work. Thank you for all the information you passed to us this morning. It's gladdening. We are all happy about it. We have been watching since last night. Our leader in Iowa participating in the Trump rally. And I wanted to ask if the rallies are going state to state, are we free to participate? Maybe I haven't seen anywhere the rally is going on and our people are appearing.
It is a Republican affair. If you're a Republican,
okay.
If you are a Republican or if you are an invited guest, you just don't go there unless you're invited. Not to talk of being a VIP. Yeah, that's a different level altogether. Yes,
it's good. It's good we get clarification. So I know you were trying to wind up. So let me quickly.
No, go ahead. You have time. Go ahead.
This information help me. IPOB Oklahoma City will be meeting on Sunday, 2nd February, 3 p.m. But we are not giving out the address. We are going to give out phone numbers for our people who are in Oklahoma. We have been pushing. We have been making this appeal. We have been calling on everyone. We can all see that the battle is coming to an end. The ship is about to anchor, and there's no time for people standing aloof and watching and saying, I'm coming. Let's see. I will soon join, but let's see what happens. So there's nothing to see again. We have seen that from all the things happening in the past 1 month, this January that ends today, it has been a very eventful January, and everything that happened this January has been in our favor, in favor of the total restoration of Biafra, and it's still happening, and more are going to happen. So we are on the side now, watching the blows, people knocking themselves, across the Niger, people from the west knocking the north, knocking. So Biafra is standing. Apart from this Abaribe issue in the Senate, we would have been we are just sitting there now, watching and see the people that we were fighting now fighting themselves, and that is how it's been. And it shows that the zoo has come to an end. Today also we saw the PDP stalwarts go to the U.S. Embassy to go and lay complaints that they should call the government to order, and then submit a protest to the United States. They went to British High Commission office also and submitted a petition. So there is all working to our favor because that's to draw attention of the big wigs to know what's going on there. Everything is in disarray. So all our brothers in Oklahoma, you can see it. I'm sure that very many are listening to your broadcast and they are hearing, we are begging you, come out. So let's, know what we can do to ensure that at this final moment, we are not left out. It's shameful that all this while we have been talking to people and people are giving excuses here and there. So if we work together, everything, of course, when the glory comes, all of us will enjoy it. So let me give out these phone numbers, please. Mazi Alozie, let me call these phone numbers for any of our Biafran brethren who are in Oklahoma to call this number before Sunday. We'll give you the address and where to meet us, where we are meeting. This Sunday is crucial for us. Number one number is 405-819-5553. Blessing is the name. Blessing. I call it again. 405-819-5553. Okay. Another number is myself, Mr. Austin. 312-478-5065. Again, 312-478-5065. And the third one is, so you can reach out any of these numbers. Sister Joy, 405-240-8382. Again, 405-240-8382. The time again on Sunday is 3 p.m. Please contact us. I will be happy to welcome you and we take off together. We are anxious to begin to do what other people are doing. There's a whole lot going on. There's this wiki in all the states. There's the announcement every day for the gala night, the 2020 rally and all that. We need to start early to begin to mobilize so that we will be part of it. So I'm getting ready. As I was, thank you for giving us opportunity to make this announcement.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right.
Bless you. Thank you. The call number is +14847670848. +14847670848. It's funny. Now you see me, now you don't. He shows up anywhere in the world. And you're calling him a miscreant and a terrorist. And he's being invited by he's been invited by high places. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi. Good evening from here.
Good morning. Welcome. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Obina. I'm calling from Abakaliki province.
Welcome, Obina.
I want to thank you people for your work. I want to thank everybody. And most importantly, our radio here in Ebonyi State is back again. And I say thank you all. God bless you all in Jesus' name.
Bless you too.
I want to say this message to an even neighbor. These people, they are very, very foolish. And I've seen those people, if they are really Igbo people. Because how a group of adult men can stand and watch their own people be killed every day without saying anything. Only Abaribe. In fact, that man, God is using him to do something. But we have other people there in the Senate. They are just in fact, they are just a bunch of crazy people. They don't know anything. Our leader, but he don't want. They say that they don't want war. Our leader decided to take this matter upon himself and upon his family, to sacrifice himself and his family in order for war not to be.
Your line is dead, so I'm not surprised. The other callers around, the call number is +14847670848. And another thing too is that if you watch the way our leader moves, he moves mysteriously. He was in Iowa, and they are calling him miscreant, and they proscribed the IPOB. Now, do you see why they did it? They hate the truth. They don't like any light. They like darkness. They love to live in the dark. They don't want any progress. They retrogress. Whenever the country is moving forward, they are moving back, and they are taking you with them. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from. Caller, we don't have time. Your name and where you're calling from. So they want to take you with them. They don't want to progress. They don't want you either to progress. And many people that are confused will buy their lies. And now, if you can notice it, now the radio stations are feeling free. The radio stations are feeling free to debate and report what is happening. Now they can show where people are demonstrating against the killings. Before they couldn't do it. For the past month, they are beginning to have the courage. Now Shogun is talking like a man. You could have had him at the interview with Shogun and Aliyu. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
Hi, Mazi.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Welcome with your announcement. Go ahead and make it.
Yes. Let me just for the sake of time, I will not just make the announcement. Let me just one or two things, and maybe tomorrow I make. Mazi, thank you so much. God bless you.
No
problem. But before I proceed, Mazi, I must give my rendition. Yaboro Noku, Yaboro Naka. Yaworo Nishi, I get married in the house. Mazi, thank you so much. Hamadika don't matter everything. Today is working that happened. I'm so excited. My name is Mazi from Brooklyn, New York. Mazi, everything has been said, and we've had it. Whoever have not had it is deaf. That's the fact. Mazi, I cannot thank Elohim enough. I will keep thanking him, keep thanking Hamadike, and all of you who make up time to air this radio and to enlighten our people on what is on what we are doing and what is to come. Mazi, for those of us, as I heard you, for those who are still sleeping, I pray that they may dead visit them while they are sleeping and let them die. They shouldn't see Biafra. Mazi, I'm so jealous about this Biafra. Only those who know what it is deserve it. Yes. And then all of us, all those who are sincere and who want Biafra, they will see Biafra. My leader will see Biafra. His family. Mazime, for you, all of us who are working in sincerity, we surely see Biafra in the mighty name of Yeshua. For those of us who are in New York and them who are interested, who have woken up who wants to be part of this thing we are doing can reach us, can reach our state coordinator, Mazi David. His number is 832-245-5640. Or you can reach his deputy, Mazi Mbadike. His phone number is 646-645-8237. Or you can call my very self, Mazi Barakwe. My number is 646-236-5246. Mazi, I want to tell everyone to remain resolute, to remain formidable. And for those of us, whatever contribution you are doing, try to double it up. Try to add little to it. And if you cannot add, sustain it. Mazi Biafra has come. There's no time to talk too much. Whatever the letters remain committed, they should look for IPOB family and join, make their contributions that goes to Germany. Mazi, I will stop here so that you can have time to tomorrow I will call again. God bless you, and God bless Biafra. God bless the good people of America, and God bless my leader. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you, Mazi Abarakwe. We are beginning to near the end of the broadcast. This last call, +1 484 767 0848. I think the mysterious power is exposing Nigeria. Let them keep on harassing Biafrans. Let them continue. The world will see what they are doing. They are accusing them of brutality. They are hovering around with helicopters. I don't know who they think they can frighten. They are always doing something stupid, and they will pay. And they are paying dearly for it. You don't like Biafrans. You want them dead. You don't want them to live. You want their land. And the ones you kill, they mourn. And you keep hovering around with your helicopter and you're denying. Keep on doing what you're doing. Since you are above the law, since you are above every other country, I will see. This time, the world powers will not help you. You will fight it alone. If you think bringing the Janjaweeds and then your whatever you think you're making of your police, that's their problem. That is their problem. And if you participate, you will answer to the international community. This is the time you start to bolt. This is the time you say, no, I will not be a part of the criminals. I will not participate and go to international tribunal. I will not. You are matured enough to get away from ill-advised crime. If you listen to the interview, you see, Sebastian pointed out that the soldiers are grumbling. The policemen are grumbling. There are grudges. That's not enough. Show it. Show it. And that is why they're telling you, oh, don't revolt. And they tie you, they hold you down. Oh, don't express your feelings. They tie you, they hold you down. And at the same time, they are telling you, don't express your feelings. So that when the law will, international law will descend, it will descend on all of you. This is the time for you to bolt. And if you willingly continue to commit crime against humanity, you will be held accountable. And the days are coming near. They are coming near very, very fast. And you cannot escape it. Because these are the crimes you committed on your own. You voluntarily or blindly took orders and committed acts of inhumanity against human beings. If you're a governor, you will be held accountable as well. If you see what is happening, you know that your days are numbered. And this is where we'll be ending today's broadcast. This is where we end today's broadcast. So tomorrow is the Women's Day. The women program, they will be on the air. And you don't want to miss their program. You see, every week they get stronger. Every week they get super stronger. And very soon they will all be together. See, they're all making plans to be a full force. Sometimes due to the state of the situation here, yeah, when you want to do something, something gets in your way. You start over. You go back to square one and start putting things together. So, by the grace of Chukwuemeka, we'll start singing Hallelujah. Biafra is here. Biafra is our home. Biafra, we know. There is nothing like Nigeria. Put an end to it once and for all. End it once and for all. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop assisting in the death of your brothers, sisters, and relatives, and your friends. Because if you don't end this nonsense now, you will be killed. It is nothing new. You cannot say you didn't experience it. You cannot say you were not informed. Every information needed was provided to you. Therefore, make the best of it, and all will be well. Go to your country. Oduduwas, kudos, Middle Belt, Benue, all those burials you are conducting every day. It will continue until the day you sum up courage, like Oduduwa and Biafra. You will continue to bury your people. And there will come a time we will not pity you. Because if you like, let all your youths come out to protest. Not after protesting, you go back, you say you want one Nigeria. And tomorrow you come back, you're protesting. And when Biafra is gone and when Oduduwa is gone, you'll be left to bury your dead. This is it from me. It's Mazi Alozie. We'll be on again tomorrow after the women's program. Thank you.